Let's drink all it. Good morning. It's over. How's everyone doing? Thought I'd get stream out early. It seems like an appropriate time. Oh, cheers, Harry. That was pretty surreal being on stream with those people. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm alright. I'm hoping everyone's alright. It sucks. FOMO's kicking in. Just be patient. Trust me. Like, it's a very orderly. Oh, just let me know if the background audio is okay. Is it not not too invasive, the agar and stuff? Mate, I can't believe I got the opportunity to shit on Do Kwon. Like, what a gift. Too loud. If it's too loud, I'll turn it down. If everyone else agrees. Or I can just mute Aga for a bit. Fuck it. Background music too loud. Sounds good. Fuck's sake. You like listening to Aga? Is it how you sleep? I'm really not sure what's going to happen to people's funds, so I just don't know what to suggest. It sucks. It sucks. My voice is low. Hang on. Is that better? Yeah. Wait, I mean, no. If it's a bottom, it might be a bottom for the next 2 hours. You're welcome, Fat Digger. Sounds good. Still riding the short. I'm chilling. I took another little short from here. Closed it. Just scalping. Pretty nice volatility just to get in and out. I don't think the bottom's in. Cheers, Chewy. Burgers haven't woken up. Well, burgers haven't been to bed yet. That's why I'm streaming now. No one can sleep. It's pretty stressful. Problem I have right now, guys, it's a very controlled, orderly sell-off. This is just, you know, it's too orderly. You really want to see disorder and chaos. I do anyway. That's, you know, like, if you can sort of have the ability to stay calm and rational when the market's irrational and chaotic, that's where the best opportunities come. This, you know, this is giving you so much time to think that it's not a good deal for me personally. You know, it's just deleveraging, massive deleveraging. Like FTX, well, I mean, all the major exchanges are just deleveraging big time. So CVDs, you know, it's just a big old unwind. I think it's some weird shit. Not weird. I think there's probably some shit happening with people with trapped funds on FTX as well. They're probably sort of positioning delta neutral, I guess. I don't know. Is all money gone on FTX? I honestly don't know. It seems like they've used funds to make bets, which is fucking terrifying. Will Sam go to jail? I don't know. Some people need to go to jail, don't they? You know, I was on stream with one last night that should be in jail. What do I trade on? I trade on Bybit, mate. Probably a good time for me to promote Bybit. Bybit's the new stream sponsor, guys. And if you're looking for somewhere to trade, you can use a link in the description, and for a short period of time, if you deposit $100, they'll give you $50 for free. That's my own personal promotion, so it may take like 5 days for it to go through because they have to manually verify it. But the one thing I like about Bybit, to be honest, is it's like a trading exchange. You know, they're kind of disconnected from all the bollocks that goes on, like with this sort of, there's like, I've said it for months now, there's like this contingent, almost cartel running the show, like Alameda, Jump, Celsius, who are the other big players? 3AC, Luna, you know, all these guys are all in bed together making bad decisions. And it's unfolding. Like, I don't mind saying it now. I didn't want to say it on Up Only yesterday, but my gut tells me that Jump's the next one to fucking jump. That's my prediction. I think Jump's next. I want to go 3 for 3. But yeah, I'm pretty sure all those guys are just going to get destroyed, to be honest. They're all in bed together. But yeah, anyway, one thing about Bybit. Bybit's like BitMEX was back in the day. It's just a trading exchange, you know. They make so much money on fees that that's their business model. So I kind of like Bybit. I have the same laugh as Kobe. I know. I go on Up Only just to try and make Kobe crack, actually. That's the only reason I do it. I just try and make him laugh. I just thought it's funny that Martin Shkreli's like rationalizing charging $750 for a fucking medication. You know what I mean? The altruism runs rife. Where's the Bybit link? It should be in the description. If it's not, it's in my Twitter bio. Just partner.bybit.com. This one. Can we look at Nasdaq RSI? Yeah, I mean, yeah. What time frame? That Up Only was legendary. I'm lucky. I've been on 2 legendary Up Onlys. We did the down bad one, which was legendary, with Cred, and then this one as well. I honestly don't know how I got in there. It's just like I felt so out of place. Am I the Illuminati? No, I just, it's me and Insilico spoke about it time and time again. It's there's this autistic trait of being able to read between the lines of, like, you know, just seeing through people's bullshit, like headlines and stuff. Like, there was a quote from like a Forbes article or something in June where Sam Bankman-Fried said something along the lines of, "We're willing to do a somewhat bad deal in order to re-stabilize the market." And as soon as he said that, I knew there was trouble, because why would you waste your money stabilizing other people if it wasn't to stabilize yourself? And as soon as that happened, that's when I took my money off FTX. You know, I hate to say it, but I said on here numerous times that you should take your money off FTX. It's sad that I'm right, because people get fucked, but people don't listen, sadly. I kind of think the bottom's in when people start agreeing with my takes. I think when there's like a when people start agreeing with me, I'm gonna start buying. You're not allowed to use Bybit or Binance due to country. I reckon you can probably use Bybit, to be honest, because I thought that. The reason I had to, because I always used to trade on Bybit, and then derivatives trading got banned in the UK, so I moved to FTX. But then I got told that actually I could still use Bybit, either with a VPN, etc. So I'm from the UK and I'm trading on Bybit just fine. So Bybit's one of the few sort of last remaining sort of non-KYC exchanges. What's the withdrawal limit? I can't remember. Is it 2 Bitcoin or is it 3K dollars? I can't remember. I wanted to hold FTT long term. Mate, that was like last year, wasn't it? Yeah, I haven't used my VPN for ages, to be fair, and I have no problems. Sub 1K, the stocks were taken. You know what about on ETH? Yeah, ETH, mate. Where ETH's going? You're gonna need a fucking life jacket. But I just could envisage this happening. As soon as people try and mass withdraw, that's where the problems start, because the money's like tied up. They've tied the money up in shit. That's the dangerous thing. It's so bad. F is deflationary. So is FTX. The amount of threads I've seen on Twitter today, it's just mind-blowing. It's the same every time. People do a thread on, managing risk at the bottom after, you know, it's hilarious. They're all bullish, buying, and they get wiped out and then wax lyrical about risk management. It's fucking same shit every time. It's just hilarious. It's like, why don't you manage your risk when you're euphoric and you know, capture some blood when we're in this situation? Like, just flip your mindset, honestly. Alex Weiss had a whole net worth on FTX. Brutal, man. To be honest, yeah, it's brutal, and you know, I can empathize with the pain, but it's very fucking stupid to do that, you know, at the end of the day. You know, the only money I have on exchanges is like the money I don't care if it goes, you know, if it disappears. Like, that's why that's the use case for leverage. That's the benefit of leverage, is you can trade a position size with, you know, less money at stake. That's why I use it. Decks are improving. Hopefully they need to improve. You know, I've never used decks, to be honest. It's insane what FTX has done. I kind of saw it, you know, it just looked inevitable that they were doing the same, you know, like, why were they buying all these fucking shitcoin seed rounds and stuff, you know? I've always questioned the legality of the relationship with Alameda as well, you know? It just reeks of insider trading to me, having that information and stuff, you know? It's crazy. Yeah, leverage is counterparty risk management tool, especially in crypto, you know? GMX. 200 billion in maps. You seen Coinbase BTC? Oh, the withdrawals, like $500 million withdrawal. Yeah, it's a real bad time, guys. It's a real bad time. And sort of, I suppose my sort of prediction now, you know, I think we're in the early stages of capitulation. I hate to say it, but if you watch the streams multiple times, hopefully you remember that I say whenever we get whenever we establish a sort of a balance like this, the initial move outside of value, when it's a false breakdown, when it's a false breakout, is usually between 12 and 15%, which is what we got, before it blasts straight back through fair value. Like, it's done it time and time again. Look here. There's only 8% this time. But you see, it tests outside of value, rejects, moves down. And it does it all the time. All the time. So we've had, what's this, 3 months? 150 days. Jesus, that's a long ass time. We've had a 5-month range that failed a breakout to the upside. And I always say the longer the compression, the bigger the expansion. So if you're betting on a long here after a failed breakout, then you're asking for trouble, especially when it's going down in this orderly, controlled fashion. So really, a true breakout of this is probably, you're looking at 30, 40, 50% move. And that's based on previous data. It's not a hypothetical, me just chatting shit. So I really think a fire sale is on the, I think we're on the brink of a fire sale. And the best thing you can do right now is sit on your hands and wait, because there's no, I find it very hard to believe that this is the bottom. It's stink bid season. It really is. Like, I know everyone's sad and depressed and don't know what to do today, but whenever that is the case, we're on the brink of absolute, like, great opportunity here. So just be patient. Be patient. Don't buy something that's moving in this fashion. Trust me, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. This is a proper auction process. This is auctioning. You really want to see some, like, filthy inefficiencies, and then we're getting somewhere. Is Matic safe? Nah, nothing's safe, mate. If you're still long, then I don't know what to tell you. Am I in any trades? No, I'm flat right now. I took a scalp on Bitcoin this morning for a few hundred points. But it's kind of the situation where I thrive as a trader. These are the situations I really like, because we've just broken, we've failed outside of balance, and now we're rejecting to the downside. This is, and people are fucking idiots. I can see them on the timeline today. They're betting on this as a swing failure pattern, but this is the start. This is the start of a trend. This is a trending move. So at least for the next few days, I'm favoring shorts. People are going to be like, you can't short below 18k. That's fucking wild. You can't. It's too discounted. But this is because you've got your invalidation now. Okay, this yellow line is your line in the sand. If it stays below this, then we're trending, and the trend is going to continue. And if we look at the daily, I mean, come on, look at the fucking daily. I've said it for weeks now. There is, like, people got bullish on this. Look at it. Look at it. Pathetic. Yeah? Look, you'd have a fucking hard on if this was if this was Matic or Sushi or some garbage that just broke out of this 5-month consolidation. You'd be targeting up here. I promise you. You'd be targeting 8 to 10k. And it's no different. But because you're looking at it like this, you're like, oh my god, swing failure. I'm going to bet my fucking life savings on this. Morons. Don't do it. Where do I think it's safe to keep funds? Oh, mate, in a fucking... under your bed. I don't know. Most of my money is in the bank. Am I going to be streaming more? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I'm going to do more impromptu streams. I've been a bit inactive in the market. I've just been waiting for opportunity. So I'm a bit rusty, but I'm happy to just crack on now. Get more involved in the market. I love streaming. I love chatting with you guys. It's fun. I don't go out much, so this is like my social time. Yo, Jim Talbot's cat, what's going on? Why don't I use a camera on streams? Well, I mean, if enough people want me to, I'm happy to. Let me know. I can stick a webcam on anytime. I didn't know if it would add or detract from the stream, so happy for you guys to let me know. Why am I scolding us? I'm not going to put a cam on now because it's not set up, but for next time I'll stick a webcam on, no problem. Where are we going to get support from this breakdown? I think one thing that's important is, when you get a big initiation candle like this, you're going to likely get like 2 or 3 days of sort of slow bleed after it where people are like, fuck this. So I think we're at least going to like just drift down into 15s over the next 2-3 days. But I mean, honestly, I've said it for months, Anyway, I think down in this region here. Like, let me give you an example, okay? Because this is how I look at sort of fractals. I try and ignore time frames. So one of my favorite trades is shorting or longing back to the point of breakout. So you see here, it's amazing how many times the market trades back to these points of origin. So if you take a mental note of this fractal in your brain, then it's really it's kind of no different. It's kind of no different. Like, treat this as a 4-hour fractal. Okay, we had the big momentum drop off 1, 2, 3, and it's likely, it may take weeks or months. It's probably going to accelerate, but if this was a 4-hour chart, I'd be bidding the stops under here personally. I know people can't fathom price being that low again, but that's kind of my thoughts. I've said it for months that this is where I would like not hesitate too much to buy. I think it was coming anyway, based on the flow leading up to it was very sort of suspicious. It was a strange one. I could have played it better personally, because it was a frustrating situation for me where my everything, every fiber of my being was saying this is bad, this is gonna nuke. But I suppose it's not a mistake per se, but a regret is I didn't trust my gut. I waited for the technical to give me my trigger, which it never did. So if I just went solely on my gut, I'd have made a lot more money. But I was waiting for the technicals to fall in line. Like the way this topped out, it's just so strange. So I'm a bit disappointed, to be honest. But what was I talking about? Yeah, the perfect scenario is when your gut falls in line with the technicals. That's the dream. But CPI tomorrow could trigger that capitulation candle. It could. I think we're in a situation. I think one thing that's nice about us sort of decoupling from equities, it's an indication that there's participation back in the market, which is great. It's great for low time frame traders when there's more people interacting with the thing you're trading with. It gets very frustrating when you're just trading against algorithms and market makers. So when real people come and interact with price, you get much more. You just get better reactions. You get better setups. It's just a much better time. I think my sort of prediction for the next few weeks is once this capitulation's done, I think we're gonna hit that level of just real grim and low volatility, because this is shaping up to be the leg that takes everyone out that was still active, as far as exiting stage left sort of thing. Yeah, mate, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube straight after, because I think there's some people that were expecting me to stream at 2 o'clock. So yeah, I think it might be the last bit of volatility we see for a while, sadly, and then it's gonna be a long time of torture, I imagine. Is this akin to the 6-3K move? I mean, I don't really like to compare it because of the situation is so different, but if you want to call it that, then I guess. Cheers, Chase Ryan. I appreciate that, mate. Will there be a Santa rally? I think what's funny is if you change your mindset and just take the market for what it is, this is a Santa rally in its own right. You just want it to be the other direction, but why does it matter? If you get 30% to the downside, why does that matter versus 30% to the upside? Really? You know, treat this as your Santa rally. It doesn't have to go up to make money, you know? Just make money. Buy when views on this stream drop 9%. Yeah, that's another good indication. When we're streaming, I don't know if you guys have ever watched, there's a show in the UK called That Mitchell and Webb Look. And they do this sketch where they do like a game show post-nuclear fallout. And there's all these like flash things of like, stay indoors. It's going to be like that. There's going to be like 30 people watching whilst we're in a $60 range for 6 months. Or it's just going to be me talking to myself. Yeah, it's a fantastic show. I used to love Peep Show as well. Peep Show was brilliant. The way they shot that show with the cameras was fantastic. Really funny. You were looking for shorts, mate. This is the thing. I think at the minute, because it's where we are, I'm using a simple, just keeping it simple and using this. And basically, you want to wait for any sort of quick, inefficient move like this. You see this? If you've got the conviction that this market's going to auction lower, anytime we get you're going to get moves like this all the way down. So if you get moves like this and you have high conviction that we're going to trade lower, look for the div. You see 5-minute div into the band, breakdown. So, you know, the way I'm going to trade, the way I trade early trend is I'm pretty aggressive. I'm high conviction. So, and I just wait for spikes. So if we get the spike up into here, when everyone says it's an SFP, double bottom, send it to 20k, you know, this is the area, wait for the div, short it back down, that kind of thing. But wait for the spikes. Don't position when it's auctioning slowly like this, because you're susceptible to the stop run. Be the stop run you want to see. That's my mantra today. If you think there's loads of stops up here, enter on the stops. Don't enter here. You cannon fodder entering here. So use the simple thing. These bands are set to the 36 EMA. I'll leave these settings up for KCBs just for a minute so you can screenshot. So these are, where are they? KCB indicators. KCB. Yeah. There you go. So it's from Bitcoin. You guys know BTC Charlie, absolute Chad. If you go on his page, they are, where are they? Oh, these are his ideas, scripts. I love Charlie, man. Here you go. Keltner channel bans. In fact, I can link this in the chat. What's nice about these bands is you can set alerts for that when it interacts with the bands, which is nice. So yeah. But these are, you know, when you've established a trend and you've got the conviction that this is trending down, you know, just interact with the bands and avoid the middle. I use the middle as a take profit. So, you know, just use the midpoint as you take profit and use the bands as your entries is usually a good rule of thumb. But wait for divs to form. 5-minute divs, 15-minute divs, that kind of thing. Any time frame for the bands, literally. I've spent like a long time figuring out the settings I like the most. So 36 for me, it like just works like a dream, but it'll work on any time frame. So like here, for example, hourly div into the band. Beautiful. Beautiful. But, you know, if you want to be a bit more patient about it, go on maybe the 30-minute or the 1 hour. You know, I think it's well within the realms of possibility that we get a move back up here, and then, you know, so try and find a time frame that you're comfortable reacting on. You know, you don't want to sort of, you want to give yourself time to think, you know. 3-leg drive could be. I think the third leg's going to be a whopper though. I really do. I think this, my gut just tells me that we're on the brink of a fire sale. So I mean, you have to lows on divergences, to be honest. One thing I would say is when a market starts trending like this, so if we're in a downtrend, bear divs are going to work with much more probability than a ranging market, and vice versa if we're in an uptrend and you get a bull div, you know. So bear divs in a downtrend, anywhere in this band, whatever time frame you want to be on, should be more actionable than they have been over the last few weeks. It is just the awesome oscillator, just the basic awesome oscillator, but what I've done is you can move it into the same pane as the RSI, because I didn't like having two panes on my screen, so I've just got them both together. Am I looking to buy a spot in this capitulation? Possibly, yeah, probably, possibly. Input settings, yeah, I'll leave them up again. 36, 10, 6, 77, 10, 4. Take a look at B&B. Mate, B&B, man, this is savage. I feel bad for anyone. Well, no, it's hard to feel bad for idiots, but this is savage. What about Tell? Do we have a look at the Tell chart just for the memories? that might be my favorite moment in the stream, to be honest. Oof, it's not looking good, bruvs. It's not looking good. Jeez. ETH's gonna come down to 689, I reckon. Yeah, that Tell reveal was the best thing that's ever happened. Yeah, I'll try and stream when I think the bottom's in. I'll probably be clicking buttons first hand now. I don't really want to be clicking buttons in that situation on stream. It'd be quite stressful. Is Bitcoin the only spot buy you'd target? Maybe ETH as well. Probably ETH. I don't know. B&B. Oof. That's horrible. That is horrible. Oof. Not as bad as that. It's like Lunar flashbacks, man. Fucking nuts. Mike's fucked as well, man. You knew the market was fucked when Matic was outperforming. What it's like vaporwave, man. There's no point over analyzing anything. I think everything is going to trade lower. You know, I don't think you need to try and come up with some elaborate contrarian thought process as to why this is the bottom and it's just a trap. Like, I think momentum is down. Why are there 1K viewers? Because I'm a fucking cat. Line in the sand for ETH. What, as far as upside capping it? I mean, fuck me, man. Look at this weekly. Grim. Line in the sand. 1346. it's probably going to take out most of this selling, I would think. So we might get another test up here. That'd be nice, but I wouldn't hold my breath. One thing about sort of downtrends that people fail at is it's downtrending, which means stop levels are unlikely to get ran. Like, people fall into this mistake of, oh, I'll short back here when it's broken the downtrend. It's like, no, you want to trade it as a downtrend until, you know, if it breaks the downtrend, then you don't want to be shorting again. You know what I mean? The market's telling you something, but people want that cushy stop hunt. But if it's a trending market, then, you know, it's leaving all these highs for a reason. This is why I like trading trends, because you can keep your invalidation so tight. Like, if it gets back to this EMA, then you just have your invalidation here. You keep moving your invalidation up until it goes and breaks it, you know, and then you move on. People find it much easier to trade an uptrend because that's the direction they want it to go. But then they change all their rule set for downtrends. What % chance would you give for recovery funds, mate? I just don't know. I just don't know. It's not looking good, to be honest. It'd be horrific. It'd be horrific for everyone involved, you know, and it'd be horrific, you know, it'd be horrific for the market, because the amount of people that are locked out, you know, potentially locked out of trading, big players, big money, you know, there's some guys with millions and millions of dollars on there that are going to be taken out of the market, you know. That's why I kind of expect the volatility is going to die over the next few months. It's a shit situation. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. We've been hoodwinked by so-called intellectuals, and they've broken it. They've broken, you know, years of traction and growing you know, an image and a reputation for crypto as an industry, and, you know, it's almost taken us back to fucking 2015, 2016. Oh god, that's 2 mil on there. Brutal, man. Brutal. USDT's crashing now. Oh my fucking god. This has been the fear for a long time, is bank run. You know, how much capital is freely available to fulfill withdrawals when there's mass panic. That's always been, it's been a big sort of fear of mine in the market. USDT. Wait, what? What am I on? Why is this saying 69? What am I on? Oh, I'm on market cap. Moron. USDT, USD. What are you on about, FTX, USDT dumping? What exchange? Clowns. I remember this though. Can you remember that, how insane this day was? Some people posting on CT. Fucking morons. Do you think people having funds trapped on FTX is suppressing? I mean, it's suppressing, yeah. You know. I wonder if they're going to auto deleverage people's positions at some point as well. That might happen. That's something to think about. That's just popped into my head. They might do auto deleverage. You could see it coming from the FTX's flow though. They've offloaded, like Alameda's like offloaded all their positioning over the last 4 days. Brutal, man. Their OI's down so much. How did I gain this knowledge? I don't know, mate. I don't know. It's just kind of just how my brain works, really. I try and, you know, look for the truth in stuff. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really quantify it. Soul token unlocked tomorrow. Oh my fucking god. Another traumatic event. How long have I been trading? 4 years? Feels like 20. Can you trade on FTX right about now? I don't even know. I don't know. I have not signed into FTX for a while. And then Suzu has the audacity to come out with a fucking Buddhist fucking thread on, like, it's always funny seeing a sociopathic, fucking psychopathic shithead try and be empathetic. It's like not in them. He has, you know, it's not in him to be empathetic. Anyone that, you know, your Do Kwons and people of that ilk that have they have no regard for other people's well-being in the heat of the moment. You know, anyone that amasses a fortune of several billion in a fund has a screw loose. You know, most billionaires, if not all billionaires, have a screw loose. You have to have a screw loose in the first place to be able to get to that level of success. And when they try and spout empathy, it's fucking hilarious to me. They don't know what it means. Self-centered cunt. That was a bit strong. I don't know where that came from. Best mouse for trading? I don't know. I've got the G502 Logitech, and it's been the best mouse I've ever owned. I know, all the people sucking Sue's cock today. Oh, welcome back. Like, hope you're doing well. It's like, are you on something? This guy is a scumbag. He literally knew he was going to... This guy knew that he was going up shit creek. And he's probably siphoned off enough money to, you know, support his family for the next 2 or 3 generations. All whilst bankrupting everyone else. And you're wishing him well. Like, what's wrong with you? This guy's a fucking peasant. It just blows my mind, the fucking arse licking that goes on here. Like, if someone's a shithead, call them out for being a shithead. Or say nothing, you know? How do you expect the space to improve if you're just going to welcome back morons? It just honestly, ridiculous. Mate, if I was on the booze yesterday, João Medeiros, I'd have probably been more brutal. I think I said enough. I think just having the opportunity to call Do Kwon a sociopath was, you know, a highlight, a career highlight. I still can't believe it. It's fucking funny. That's when you know, just to touch on what I've just been saying about these people showing empathy and like self-awareness. The fact that he had the audacity to even come on Up Only just blows my mind. Like, blows my mind. And the fact he leaves by saying this is getting far too depressing. Like, what an absolute arse. Look at what I quote you on Twitter. Uh-oh. Oh, I love Charlie with his fucking Leo memes. Soon as I own big-titted anime pictures, it's over. Dokon's a little fucking like, what's the word? What's the good analogy? He's like a rodent. He's a rodent. He's like a persistent bad smell. You know? Weasel. Thank you. Weasel. Perfect. Weasel. He has no idea. I think I was Bob on saying he gamifies everything. You know when you're building stuff and the only people you interact with are through the internet. There's a real disconnect, like on an emotional and human level, of the people that you're affecting, to where it doesn't seem real. You know, we all deal with it as traders. I know I'm fully aware of it. I'm happy when I win trades, but I know for a fact that I've taken money off someone that's losing. That's the game, but you know, you've got to at least have that self-awareness if that's what the game is. Do I support CZ not taking OTC deal? Yeah. I'd be surprised if Binance bought out FTX. I just don't think it's gonna happen. Yeah, I wish that I can't pronounce his name. Yevgeny from Wintermute. I'd like to listen to him talk more. He's an interesting, you know, he's a very intelligent guy. Should have had more airtime, really. Like, I'd have loved to have heard. I'd like to talk to that Wintermute guy myself. Maybe I'll message him because I'd love to know. I'd love to know, like, mechanically and structurally, how are you market making this? Because this is a situation where you've got toxic flow, to where market makers are providing liquidity, but there's no escape for them to rebalance. So it's. I'd love to know like. I'd love to know how you market make this right now because it's bad. It's bad. One thing I will say, I think with Alameda out of the picture and FTX out of the picture, the market will trade better in the future. I've said it for a while that I think Alameda and FTX provide so much toxic flow to the market that it's been a shit show to trade. I think I said it like 2 weeks ago that the reason I thought they were morons is some of the moves they do. Like, they'll put in excessive effort to squeeze shorts on like a 3% squeeze when they could have used the same amount of capital to probably nuke price 10-12% with the same effort. So they were always sort of counter trading the natural flow of the market, because the problem with the bigwigs in this space is they're the same as every other retail trader. They don't go with the flow of the market. They you know, they're contrarian because they want price to go up all the time, and you could kind of see that happening in the order flow. They put in obscene effort for squeezes to the upside. They're not interested in making money, interested in coin prices going up, which is, you know, stupid. No one talking about Tabasco leaving before all this. I think, actually, I'll show you a funny tweet. I don't know if you guys remember this from August when he left. Pretty classic. This might be my best shitpost ever, actually, in hindsight. Well, me and Insilico have very similar thought process, you know. We've been pretty accurate. And people still disagree and fade us, which, you know, good on you. You got two of the most autistic retards in the space telling you how it is. That's such a good description for my laugh buying a box. Sinister yet so innocent. It's so true. I think that's why my sort of online persona is a cat, because for me, cats are sinister yet so innocent. I think they're such an interesting animal in that respect. In Silico's phenomenal. Phenomenal. He's my, he's my favorite person to interact with. I don't mind saying it. Like, we just click. We just, I can send him a meme and he knows exactly what I mean, which is cool. Why are memes so powerful? Memes, mate. Memes are like the modern day Latin. You can say so much with a single image. It's beautiful. Barney had everything after FTX 2. Fucking hell, man. Sad. It's sad. It's people, these people I really like. I feel sorry. Just feel so sorry for people. Like, it's brutal. It's brutal. It's hard not to say it's foolish though that you have so much at risk on a centralized platform. It's just not. It's kind of crazy. Soul bouncing. Oh, here we fucking go. Wow, really strong bounce. Here's some alpha for you guys. When candles rip up with no wicks like this, it's a short squeeze. Okay, it's a short squeeze. Like here, look, flat bottom, excess, new, flat bottom, excess. My guess it comes into 19.8, and then just carries on. There's some free alpha for you. In fact, I want to show you some more alpha as well. Where is it? I don't want to show too much. Is it here? Hang on. Where? Shit, where is it? Hang on. The market's bad. I've downloaded League of Legends. I've never played it. What am I doing? My brain's fucking frazzled. Alright, I give up. But basically, it's a low time frame candle structure that I noticed that in a trending move down, whenever this is the reversal, where the next 5-minute candle opens flat like this, it tends to trade back below it quite a lot. You see, like here, look. It's usually bait. I had a great picture. Look, bait. You really want a bottom to be like done in one candle. You want like one candle to be the reversal, as opposed to like it just ripping up on the next candle. It's usually just short squeeze. You'd rather see a candle like this, to be honest. Mate, I still haven't played League, Gem. I don't know how it works, mate. I've never even watched a game of it. Where do we trade now? Bybit, mate. Use the link in the description. You get $50 free. To be honest, if you deposit more, I think you get up to 30k deposit bonus at Bybit. Low time frame view on Bitcoin. It's a trending market, and you're a fool for buying yet. That's my views. This might be already done as far as squeezes go. Do I think Bybit's safe? It depends what you mean by safe. It's like any exchange. I wouldn't hold more than what you're prepared to lose on any exchange. I personally trade on Bybit. I like Bybit. They're liquid. They run well through API. I trade everything I want to trade on there. But it's like anywhere, you know, I'm not keeping my net worth on there because that's just, you know, in hindsight, people are going to realize how stupid it was, you know. GMX, I've not heard of GMX to be honest. I don't use Binance. No, I don't use Binance. I can't use Binance in the UK. Oh yeah, so Damasan, there was overload on Bybit exchange yesterday. I was having problems using terminal as well. It wasn't a terminal issue, it was a Bybit issue. Like every other exchange, it was just load issues. They were fully loaded. Bull div on 15 to 30 minute. Nah. No. No. Too wide span if you're on about sort of this space here. Not div. What API do I use? In silico terminal. Who's making markets on FTX currently? I'd imagine it's Wintermute, maybe? I don't know. Good luck to them. What a head fuck. See you later, Alpha, mate. Will FTX US stay? Who knows, man? Probably not. Brett guy left as well, didn't he? Perfect timing. Head of FTX US, so that might tell you something. Stables on cold storage, mate. I don't even want to advise you on that, to be honest. All I'd advise is whatever you keep on the internet in magic internet coins, be prepared to lose it all. You know, anything else, keep in your bank. Yeah, good job. This is the opportunity where, you know, we're establishing a downtrend. These are where you're going to improve your trading skill. If you trust that it's a downtrend and trade is a downtrend, you're going to do very well. You know, if you, like, I basically, you know, I've not taken many trades in the last few weeks because it's just fucking wank. But now, you know, these are the opportunities. You might get a few days where it's good. You just gotta trust it. Mate, these are the moments where I want to trade. I don't want to trade this garbage. Like, people are like, oh, it's a scalper's dream. Like, for the last few weeks. So this ain't a scalper's dream. Look at it. It barely moves. It moves, but it doesn't move. There's no rotation. Like this, look at what happens after a volatile move. Look how clean, like, the rotations are. Like, it's a thing of beauty. What are these, 3%? 2% rotations? Like, oh, it's delightful. This is great. Look at the difference. Look at it. Look at this. You can't trade this garbage. Do I think it's just the beginning of FTX impact? Yeah, I do. You know, the way I think about it, people are scared. The appetite for risk is dwindling. There's money leaving the system. There's people that can't access their funds. Like, it's very unlikely that we're at the bottom yet, in my opinion. I think I've seen it so many times where people bid here as though it's like going to act as an SFP, and you can tell, like, people start saying they've bought the bottom, and then it does the big move comes and it's a sucker punch, and you'll find that the timeline is like in disbelief, like they barely be able to like form words, you know. I sense that that's coming pretty soon. Wait for the first round of swing failure guys to get blitzed. No more step in. Yeah, you buying the first dip, you're just cannon fodder for the big boys. Mate, fucking Tom Brady, man. Why is FTT still not at 0? Because you need to give people enough hope to be able to keep selling to them. Like if you're sensible and rational, you know that this is going to 0. But you know, if it's that obvious, people aren't gonna buy it, and then it's very hard to sell it. So you probably this is probably gonna bait people. Thoughts on Doge, mate? Same thoughts as every other market, mate. Like, come on, it's gonna come all the way back down to here. Yeah, 5 minute, 15 minute, whatever you're comfortable. But just wait for something out of the ordinary. A big candle. Don't trade when it's small candles. Like this is a weak low. Whenever we put a weak low in like this, like there's your target. If you like figure out your target first and wait for some sort of inefficient move, it doesn't matter. You know, it could be a big one like up here, where everyone thinks we've SFP'd. Everyone starts piling in long. We get a 5 minute div, and then you take it to your target. That's kind of what my plan for today. So only interacting at these bands. Did I see the Suzu thread? Yeah, I did. What a fucking Teflon coated dishcloth. No ownership. Sorry if you feel bad. Wasn't me though. $18.7. Yeah, I do. I think it's possible. It's either gonna spike up. If it consolidates here, that's not good luck. You kind of want it to spike straight through. If it consolidates here, then it's probably gonna continue the trend. But yeah, squeeze up to here would be, you know, quite nice. I think any large spike's going to get sold quite aggressively initially because people are looking for that opportunity to offload, I think. Price target for BNB. I don't care how strong Binance is. It's going to come all the way back down, in my opinion. This is squeeze candles again. Look, squeeze candles. Too orderly. You know, look at these lows. It's pretty. I'm pretty sure it's, and it lines up with the bands as well. Exactly. The other thing is we had the. In fact, if you watched my stream yesterday, I said that this level would act as resistance potentially for ES, which it is doing. It's struggling at this level. So if the ES rolls over as well here, you know, it's gonna get ugly. You know what? I had a late night fucking stoner thought yesterday that I wonder if this market slowly transitions into it being just like an ARB market for low percentage yield for big sort of institutional players. I wonder if it gets regulated so heavily that it ends up being like a basket of 4 or 5 sort of yield producing protocols and then like Bitcoin, and it ends up just being a low volatility ARB play that prints, you know, several percentage points a year, etc. That's what my gut's telling me now that we may see over the next sort of 3 to 5 years. So we'll see. Someone clip that so I can suck my own penis in the next 3 years. Why do you think DOT is not as affected comparable to other alts? Mate, I haven't looked at DOT in so long. I think it's probably because it's already dead. I don't know what you're seeing, to be honest. It looks as bad as everything else. Bull div on the ES, what time frame? If you're on about this weekly, no, not particularly. I don't think it is. Well, I mean, it could be, but I don't think it's confirmed, to be honest. Exactly, no one owns DOT anymore. It's just going to slow drift to nothing, along with a load of other stuff. Yeah, it's going to be years before we get another bull run. I've been saying that for the last fucking 12 months. And people still don't believe me. There is no money coming into this market. It's a fact. There's only money leaving the market. Whether it be by a deleveraging of inflated market caps of money that doesn't exist, or people straight up selling and exiting, you know. That's the regime we're in. It's going to be a long time before demand overtakes supply again across global markets. You know, that's the Fed's job and goal, is to bring demand in line with supply again. Hey, thanks for the clip, mate. Save that for later so I can brag when everyone's down bad. Classic. Thoughts on metals? Well, I think silver looks really good still. It's at weekly resistance, but I still think it's going to trade up into this $24 region. Gold as well. It's annoying that it puts in such like annoying equal lows, but maybe it's gold and silver's time to shine. Maybe people finally take flight to these safe haven assets, you know? Because the thing is, people have been like, it's almost, you know, people have been bashing on gold and silver for not performing as well as they should have done it in an inflationary environment. But I think you could almost attribute that to the fact that people are still stuck in this mindset of being risk on and directing their money to the wrong things. So it's going to be interesting over the next few months and weeks to see if people finally start to move back into these safe haven assets. Because, you know, this is the thing, and I always say there's like a 6 to 12 month lead time on people's perceptions on what the market's doing. The market's been showing you for 12 months that it's a risk-off environment, and it takes the majority of participants a long time to realize that. They only realize it when it looks like absolute dog turd, you know. People are focusing too much on the dollar, in my opinion, rolling quads. I don't think it matters if the dollar bull runs over or not, in my opinion. It's still a risk-off environment. Thoughts on coin? It's going to zero. You know, we've still got the property market's still going to take a shit over the next 12 months. You know, people need to factor that in. It's an inevitability. People, you know, don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen. I think this may do short-term relief into this inefficiency now. I think looking at this hourly RSI structure. You know, when, like I was saying earlier about market makers, how do they rebalance their books? When it's a strong downtrend like this, the likelihood is, if market makers have absorbed pressure here, they're gonna, you know, they're not gonna look to offload it back up here. If they get back up here, the market makers are gonna rebalance here. Okay, in my opinion, and that's how trends work. If you get a good spike, just know that the market maker's gonna rebalance. Okay. Facebook firing 11k employees. Yeah, classic. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do more self-fellatio now because this was a newsletter I did back in like June or July. I said the third stage of my bear market, with an inability to generate demand, the next stage of the bear market, survival, mass layoff of employees, surplus to requirements, pay cuts and offloading of treasuries to stay afloat. You know, this is what's happening right now. Okay. So pretty on point so far, to be honest. Sorry for blinding everyone at this hour of the day. I'll just bring it up again, Tom, so you can screenshot it. I think that's right. Alright, it's the 6, 10 and 6. 10 and 4. No worries, Tom. Oops. God, I always do that. Christ. Who's doing this? Let's just see what the flow's like. If this is longs entering, then fuck me. Oh, it's just delta neutral shit. I think that's me calling Gainsey really ugly. I don't think so. I was gonna say, I didn't get a chance to say it. I thought he looked like some fucking lost member of the Backstreet Boys with his hood up and his like highlights in his hair. Oops, fuck me, I've done it again. Bitcoin Charlie's live. Well, let's go fucking raid him. How do I do a raid? Anyone know? Because I've been going an hour now. Let's raid him. I don't know how to do it. I'm just gonna do it the Boomer way and link it. Where is he? Charlie. Everyone go give Charlie your views. Because he's a fucking good guy. He knows what he's doing. Tell him. Just say meow. Go in his chat and fucking meow. Yeah, good on you guys.
There is no second best. There is no second best. There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset. There is no second best. There is no second best. There is no second best.
Nice one, guys. Right, I'm gonna call it there. I'll upload this straight to YouTube for anyone that wants it.
There is no second best. There is no second best crypto asset.
Stay safe out there, guys.
Meow.
Don't look for any, you know, get that mindset of generational entries out of your head. If you can capture 2-3% rotations all day using the 5-minute div setups with the bands, good luck to you. Just I'll play around, click buttons, keep your size low, learn from it, because this is the kind of volatility that's nice to trade for once. So, thanks to Bybit for sponsoring. Have a good day. And I'll be back on Sunday. I'm streaming on Sundays now, 7 p.m.